everyone to this wonderful wedding reception, and I hope everyone here enjoyed the ceremony. I thought it was beautiful. My name is Dylan Cohen, and I just want to take this moment to say a few words about the bride and groom, because I know that when this marriage was announced, it came as a big shock to a lot of people, especially to me. And I mean, when Anthony told me that he was going to ask Mackenzie to marry, I was completely blindsided. I was like, dude, what? But, you know, he kind of told me a little bit about it, and, you know, once you hear the story behind their love, it's just going to make a lot more sense. So I want to give you guys a little backstory on how Anthony and Mackenzie got to know each other. So as most of you know, Mackenzie was in here for about the first 5-6 weeks, something like that. But that's where Anthony and Mackenzie met for the first time. I sat back there with Anthony. I was there with him from day one, and I knew right off the bat that he liked her. I mean, he would not stop talking about her. It was really wonderful. You know, and then it got to the point where he'd even start conversations with her in the middle of class. Interrupt Miss DiMichele, he's right here, she's right here. That's really not practical at all, but it's clear. It's like, if he's going to do that, come on, he likes her. So, eventually, Anthony worked up the courage to talk to her after class, and once they spent some time around each other outside of school, it was clear that the interest was mutual. Over time, the casual classroom flirting had eventually evolved into a thing, and finally, the Facebook official relationship. Every Tuesday and Thursday, for almost a month, the two were inseparable. From lunches at the MU to the occasional late-night rendezvous, Anthony and Mackenzie were attached at the hip, and that's when the problem started. As some of you have probably noticed, Anthony has a very hard time keeping focus. He's always on his phone, he's always getting yelled at by Ms. DiMichele. So it's already hard for him as it is to kind of manage, you know, his distractions. So now that, you know, his girlfriend's in this class with him too, that was just one more thing to the pile of distractions, and it started to become difficult for Anthony to focus in class. You know, he didn't really worry at first, because he's Anthony, but, you know, over time this started to become a problem, and his comm grades started to fall. He told Mackenzie not to worry, but Mackenzie knew in her heart that she might be the reason for Anthony's falling grades, so behind his back, she switched out of the class so he could focus better and get his grades up. Now, I know that Anthony wasn't happy when that happened. He told me he was really upset. He was kind of heartbroken over it for a little while, but, you know, the one thing that I was really trying to impress upon him was that if she cared about his grade that much to sacrifice her own academics, take herself out of this class, put herself behind, also that Anthony can do better in school and can do better for himself, you know, I mean, if that's not love, I really don't know what love is. So I want to go ahead and wish all the best to the bride and groom, and let's raise our glass and toast to them.